Hey leaders, it's David here. Today I want to talk to you about the leadership tool of the herd model for customer recovery. I know you are like me. We never desire for guests to have a bad experience at our business, but at the end of the day, we're human beings. Sometimes we just make mistakes. Sometimes there's even things that are outside of our control that can cause frustrations for our guests. And when they come to us with those complaints, we need to make sure that we have a great system and process in which we can make sure that our guests feel heard and empathized with, and that they leave knowing that their issues were resolved with our business. So today I want to share with you the herd model. So what does that look like? It's an acronym that helps us guide through and figure out the right steps to make sure that guest frustrations are resolved. So the first letter on the herd model is H, which just means that we want to hear to understand. There's nothing more frustrating when a guest brings a concern to a team member and we don't listen to them. We just start trying to figure it out or make excuses. And so the first thing we need to do is just take the time to listen, understand what it is that the guest is truly frustrated about. When we truly understand where their concerns and their frustrations are coming from, the next thing we can do is E, we can empathize to feel their concern. We can really empathize with them and say things like, I can't imagine how frustrating that was for you to have to wait. Oh, I can't imagine how frustrating it must have been to get to your destination and have received the wrong item. Or, something as simple as like, oh, I love sauces myself. I can't imagine how frustrating that could have been to have gotten there and not received the right sauces in your bag. When we empathize with them, they know that we really understand the frustrations and the challenges that they're facing. Once we empathize, we don't want to miss the opportunity just to apologize with a simple, I'm sorry. A lot of times we may go straight to the resolution, but sometimes the guests just need to know and hear from us that we are sorry that they experienced that type of experience with us. They need to know that we're sorry that we inconvenienced them in some type of way. And so making sure that you take a simple moment just to apologize for the service that they received can go a long way. Once we've made an apologies, the next thing we actually want to do is resolve the issue. Sometimes we're really good about resolving the issue. It could be actually replacing their order for them. It could be making sure that something is explained to them in the proper way, so for future instances they don't incur that same instance or that same experience. There's a lot of different ways to resolve a situation, but the key here is that we want to truly make sure that whatever the guest frustration was, that we're taking the steps to make sure it's resolved. Sometimes it could be simply as well making sure that you communicate guest frustrations to other leaders on our team so they know that their issues and concerns have been taken to a higher level and are being worked on by our leadership within our organization. The final thing we want to do is the D, and that's where we want to delight the guests. These are opportunities that we have to go above and beyond to serve the guests. And the thing to remember here, it doesn't always have to be an extra treat, although that is a great way to delight the guests. Sometimes it might be, hey, sorry about getting your order wrong. We threw an extra brownie or cookie in your meal today. Hey, sorry that we missed this. We want to take care of not just a sandwich on your next visit, but we want to take care of a whole meal for you. Of course, those are great ways to go above and beyond. But sometimes delighting the guests just means simply just acknowledging and making sure that you're doing above and beyond just to help them and make sure that their order is correct for the next go around, making sure that they understand exactly what we can do to help them resolve these issues in the future so they don't happen again. So that is the herd model. When we can follow that model, we can better ensure that our guests feel cared for, they feel valued, and they leave our restaurant knowing that their situations have and their challenges have been resolved. So thank you all so much for all that you do. Hopefully this is a great tool that you can put in your leadership toolkit.